Hello everyone. In the previous sessions, we had configured our Burp suite with our browser. So now let's start discussing about the sections that are available in the Burp suite. So first of all, open both your VMs. I'm logging in, and there is no need of logging into Metasploitable machine all the time. So I'm gonna keep this like this only. Okay, make sure that it is running. Okay, so let's wait for some time until it boots up, and I hope everything in the installation step is perfect, or you can seek for help. Okay, so let me open my browser. So before opening my browser, let me open my burp suite. So let's deeply dive into today's section, which is target. Okay, close it. Yeah, I had enlarged it. I think I had shown you how to enlarge it. Or else you can go to your user options and display, and done. You can get your thing. Yeah, I think it's fine. I think it's visible for everyone. And so the first section we will be targeting today is the target. So in the target section, which is really small and really helpful for us most of the times. So firstly, the sitemap. Whenever a site is being intercepted, goes through this, like it will be available here. So let's discuss about this after some time. Now let's go to the scope, and here the scope is nothing but we are fixing a target only on a particular domain or a website. Okay, so this is the basic overview regarding the target, and this is including the scope, all the URLs that should be included in the scope. And if you want to exclude something, like if you want to exclude particular subdomain, you can add here. So let's discuss about it. So let me open my browser. Or okay, first of all, let's find the IP address of Metasploitable. In order to find the IP address of the devices that are available in your network, simply type sudo arp scan -l. Yeah, this can be a handy tool for most of you. And you can see that this is the my IP address of my Metasploitable machine. And if you are using your Kali Linux with a wireless device connected it, then you can find all the IP addresses of the devices that are in your network. So I copied it. Now I'm going to open my browser. Right click on this icon, and guys, they had done many changes to the Kali Linux latest versions, but in order to cope up, I'm using this only. Or you can use any version of Kali Linux, it will be fine. Yeah, so let me copy my let me sorry, don't know what's happening there. Okay, I copied my IP address, and you can see that the proxy is being intercepted. So let me turn off my proxy. You can turn it off by clicking on intercept is off, and done, it's fine. And you can see that my IP my target is loaded here. So let me target the damn vulnerable web application. Click on this, and you will get a page like this. So we'll not login. So instead we'll add this website, which is 10.0.2.9/dvwa, to our target. So in order to, let me copy this from the login, leaving login.php. I'm copying it, and here let me go to the target section, and you are getting everything. So let me add my scope here. Click on scope, click on add, and just click on paste URL. Okay, so this is my target website that I want to target. So click on OK, click on as, that's all fine. And here you can see that you will find everything that are not in scope also, which makes it clumsy because we haven't opened many tabs. But if you open tabs, then it will be really absolute hell. So so in order to remove this clumsiness, click on right click on this filter option, and here you can see something like show only in scope items, and just click on anywhere on the screen, and you can see that we'll be getting only the target IP or the target website name. Since we are getting IP name, IP address, because we don't have domain for this IP address. Okay, so it might be different in your case. So not only this, we can do much more things to this target. Like we had added the scope, okay, it's fine. So let us find all the directories and files that are available for this target. So right click on this, click on spider this host, and click on S. It is showing that items are considering, okay, yes, click on S and ignore all the forms that you are getting. And here guys, you can see that our burp suite is working like a pro, and you can see we got all the data. We had only we had only targeted the damn vulnerable web application, but you can see that we are getting all the folders that are available in this IP address, which is metasploitable. It's gonna come forever. Okay, so what's the use? So guys, if you know the XSS attack, which is cross-site scripting, where you can inject a code into a input section or anything like that, and you can get a script working there. So by using this, uh, by spidering the target website, you will be getting all the files where you might consider getting some fishy information, like a robots.txt file or some misconfigured file, like which shows the passwords, etc. Or here, okay, so this is what you can do here. Okay, so let me minimize this, and yeah, here guys you can see, let me minimize this too. Here guys you can see that the host name, which is our target IP address, or the target domain name, you can call it anything. Since we are targeting metasploitable, it will be the IP address. And you can see that the method, which is get, and sometimes you might find post. Okay, and you can see the URL, which is the extension for this thing, okay, slash dav and things like that. And here you can see the most important thing, the parameters or params. Okay, so while I'm doing an XSS attack, what I will be doing is I will be sorting out the things that are having the parameters. In order to sort the things that are having the parameters, click on this params and again click on it, so that it will only display the URLs that are containing the parameter. So you can quickly copy this and go to the repeater. So I will discuss about it in the later sections. Okay, and this is regarding params. I'm going to get into as previous, and here you can see the status, the fine, redirection, etc. like that. And you can find the length here, length of this page. Okay, by clicking on this, you can see that it is getting sorted. And you can see that the file type, okay, it might be a text file, it might be HTML file, it might be a script file. It's the configuration. Okay, and you can see that the title, so this is the title of our normal page is metasploitable Linux, and you are having uh, the default title name for each and every web page. So let me go there. Okay, so if you are finding anything, like you can add some data, like this is the comment section where, like, I'll be adding something, default page. Okay, you can add some comments, so that what happens is, like, whenever you find some fishy things, like I'll be showing you just a minute, like a PHP info or anything like that, you can simply comment it. Okay, just by double clicking on this, enter the data, hit enter, that's all. And you can see that the time when we requested this. Okay, and we are the burp suite is really nice, such that it manages to timestamp everything. You can see that the time we requested, it's showing some wrong time to my VM. Okay, so anyhow, it is gathering all the timestamp details when we had sent the request and etc. So guys, this is all regarding the target section. And let me revise something, like you can add a target to the scope, so that you can particularly, yeah, you can see that you can particularly target a website or a domain. And the second thing is, you can find all the directories and the files that are available within that particular domain. So I hope it's clear. And here in this section, you can see that the host name, method name, URL, parameter, status, and based upon the status, you can sort out the things, length and the file type, the title, etc. So guys, this is all about the target. And I forgot something. Like here you can see something like request. So whenever you selected something, so let me select this URL, and you can see the request that is being sent is a get request. You can see in this request section, you can see the raw, how it is being sent, and in the headers you can see the all the parameters that are being sent, like a user agent which is uh, required for each and every request. Okay, request or a response. My user agent is Mozilla Firefox, it is accepting. So you can find some details right over here, and you can see the hex data that is being sent. It's nothing but the raw data that is encoded into hex. And also guys, you can see the response what we are getting to this page. We are getting the error showing that it is not found. It is showing the date, Apache server, and it is showing some cookie IDs. And you can see that the security is high. I'll discuss about it later. Location and etc, etc. So guys, you can test the things around and you can find something fishy until you find something fishy. And if you are having, if you selected a page that is valid, which is the status 200, you will get a response with HTML header, etc. Sorry, with a raw header and hex. You will also get some two things like HTML, which displays the HTML code that is being displayed while sending this request. And you can also click on this render to view how this is working on the real browser. Guys, you can see this is really wonderful, and you can make a lot out of this burp suit. And guys, we're still in the target section. Okay, so you can see how this page looks like and much more. And what I want to, so the assignment B, find the fishy pages or the fishy files that are containing some sensitive data. Take the help of Google and post it in the description below. So let me check how many of you do this. Okay, so guys, this is all regarding the target section, and thank you for watching, and practice the things around until going to the next video or the next session. Thank you. Hello everyone, this is Satvik. In the previous video, we had seen about the target section that is available in the Burp suite. So now let's look at some other section which is named as proxy, and this is one of the most popular, and this is the section where you'll mostly focus on. So I had opened my Metasploitable machine and also my Kali Linux machine. Okay, so now let me open my Burp suite. I had opened my Burp suite. Okay, so I think there is some problem with the graphics. Okay, but no problem. Okay, so let me, and in the every video we will have a recap of the previous video. Like I will do the same steps as done in the previous video but in a faster way, so it will be a quick recap for you. Okay, now in the meantime, let me open my Firefox, and this is my Firefox. And now let me open my terminal in order to find the IP address of Metasploitable machine. Okay, yeah, I got my terminal right over here, and the command is sudo scan -l, and you can see this is my password. Sorry, copy selection. I'm gonna close my terminal. Now I'm gonna open my Firefox, a new tab. I'm gonna paste it and just wait. Oh sorry, I need to turn off my burp. Okay, so in the initial state I need to turn on my burp. Yeah, you got my uh, Metasploitable working. So let me add this website to my scope. Control C, Control or Control C, target, scope, add, and I'll paste my URL. Okay, yes. Now I'll go to my sitemap. Now I'll click on or right click on this filter option, and I will only need I'll only see the in scope items. Okay, We had done everything that we had done in the previous videos, but in previous video I had explained what all the terms are. Okay, so this is proxy. So guys, now let's discuss about the proxy section. Now we had successfully added our metasploitable machines IP address or IP address to the scope. So now let me go to my Burp suite, and here you can see a section called proxy. And in the proxy, now let's discuss about the intercept. In intercept, there are some options like intercept is off. So when intercept is off, then you can capture any requests that are going through the burp. So in order to capture the request, click on this icon. Now go to your now I'll simply reload my page. I need to turn on my burp also, sorry, proxy also. Now I'll reload my page, and guys, you can see that we got a request to our metasploitable machine's IP address with the port 80. Okay, so you can see the request type is get and the host name is this one, and we got the user agent same as what we had seen in the target. Like yeah, you will get same what we'll see in the request response, etc. Okay, when we select a when we select any request. Okay, so now let's see in proxy, and here you will also find a section called headers, where you can see the same thing, like same thing in a well-defined table manner. Okay, and the hex encoded format. And guys, and at the top you can see something like forward drop action. So now let me discuss about forward. If you want to forward this request, click on forward. Okay, so the reload has been stopped. Now I'll reload it again, and there is an option called drop. Click on drop so that you can see that a burp or burp suite will throw an error. The request was dropped by the user. Okay, I'll reload this again. I'll forward it. Okay, it's fine. So that we'll be getting the things. Okay, fine. Okay, so now I'll show you something regarding the action. Click on reload again, and here in the action you'll get some options like send to spider, send to intruder, send to repeater, and many more things. You can also, and the quick alternative to the action is right click on this request or response, anything you will be getting. Right click on this and you'll get same options. Okay, if you want to intercept the response to this request in the proxy section itself, right click on this, click on do intercept, and click on response to this request. Okay, we'll intercepting the request response to the request to this particular request also. But most commonly, while running the default settings, you won't get responses. Okay, you can see that the response from the metasploitable machine, you can see we got the HTML here. Also you can see, guys, the raw thing like the response and the headers. Okay, and hex encoded format, and the HTML code, what it's being sent, sorry, what it's being displayed. Okay, and render, I had shown you what the render means. It shows how the actual page looks like. Okay, so I'll quickly forward this, and again I'll forward it. Now I'll turn off my intercept so that my burp will not capture any requests, and you can simply reload it with no problems. Okay, so now let's go to a section called HTTP history. So guys, in the HTTP history, you can see that all the requests that we had sent, like all the requests that our burp has captured, will be placed here. You can see that something is available like safe browsing. This is not related to us. The only thing related to us is with title metasploitable Linux. Okay, you got HTML type file, status 200 means working fine, and yeah, these are our same requests these are all the requests that we got when we reloaded the page. And guys, when you move aside, you can add a comment. You can see the SSL certificate, means it shows that whether the website is HTTPS or HTTP. If it's having SSL certificate, then it's HTTPS, and if it's not having, then HTTP. Okay, you can see the IP address, you can see the cookies, you can see the time, like a timestamp, sorry, timestamp, and the listener port. And again here also, when you click on a particular thing, you'll be having something. Let me enlarge it just a minute. You can also have here request and response, so that's fine. Like you'll be having request and response, everything. Request is what our browser sends to someone, and response is what we get. Okay, if you are having still doubt. So now this is all regarding the HTTP history, and let me go to my WebSockets URL. It's not that important. Okay, so when we're doing a live practical using this, I will show you what this is. So now let me go to the options where the most of the things are happening, and the first one is the proxy listener. We are having our proxy listener at localhost port 8080, and we had already added the certificate. I think it is uh, clear for you. And guys, and here you can see that intercept client request, it is file types doesn't match. Okay, this is by default, and there is an option called n, which shows that it only captures the requests that are in scope. So guys, if you think that you are having only one browser and you want to listen to a music on another tab, and you want to intercept the request on the particular target, then you can simply enable this so that there will be no interception on separate things. So I'll show you demo. Okay, I'll give you a YouTube. Yeah, you can see our thing is, oh sorry, I'll turn on my intercept and I'll show you. Okay, yeah, just a minute. Now I'm reloading it. Even though my intercept is on, you can see that my burp is not capturing, because we had given the permission to only intercept the request to the target that is in scope. Okay, so intercept server responses, this is also same. Okay, you can see some operator, like if the request was modified, then it will only view it, but most of these are not useful for us. Okay, and now let's go to the bottom, and these all are some basic stuff. Okay, then like these are not needed at all. Okay guys, now let's go into action and do something regarding this Bob suit. Okay, so quickly, this will be a live demo. Like in the previous target section, we had crawled all the website, all the directories and files that are available for our metasploitable. Now we had seen how the proxy looks like and how it works. Now let me do a thing. Let me first turn off my intercept, so I will do some of things. Okay, okay, username admin, password. Okay, don't save. And guys, you can see this is my damn vulnerable web application. Here see something like command execution. So what happens is, like, the most use case of proxy is, there are many use cases, but since this is a beginning, I will you might be heard a name called data tampering. Like a person, like when you are buying something, like assume it's like $20 or $30. What you do is you need to tamper the data that is flowing through, and you'll make it $3. Okay, I will show you how what it is. Now I'll turn on my intercept, and don't think about what is this command execution. Okay, just think about this section. Okay, I'm giving Satvik here, I'm submitting, and guys, you can see that the IP is Satvik. So what I will be doing is I'm tampering the data that is flowing through. Okay, google.com. Now I'll forward it, and guys, you can see that you had entered the invalid IP since it's asking for IP. Now let's try on another thing also. Yeah, reflected will be fine. I'll forward it. Yeah, reflected. So what's your name? I will give Satvik, and I will submit it, and I will tamper the data of the name Satvik here on the go. Okay, sign. Now I'll forward it. Now let's look what our response is. Like you can see that the data has been tampered on the flow. Not only this, so just a minute, I want to show you something that's useful. Let me reload my page, guys. uh, this is the request, and you can see some cookies also. In the previous, the first request we haven't got cookies and securities, etc., etc., but you will get cookies also. Okay, you can grab these cookies and do much more stuff. Since this is our cookie, then it's useless for any others. Okay, so I'll forward it. So the main use case is data tampering, and don't do the data tampering on any other banks or anything like that, because police will catch you. Okay, in order to make this legal, I'm showing everything on these practical environments like laboratories. So make sure that you don't try this on anything. So practice a lot, and this is not much more practice. From the next section onwards, you will be having some good practice. Okay, so I want you to practice everything so that you'll be having a grip over the burp suit, and take a good notes so that you don't forget it in the future. So thank you.